Sorry, now you'll not have any disturbance. I connected to my Wi-Fi. Everyone joined. 1 second. I'm sharing my screen also. I think one more should join. Let them join. You can switch on your videos now. One more person is there. If he joins, good. If not, we'll continue and we'll do it. Just 1 second. I'm just starting this. I'm logging into my laptop and I'll share my screen. I'll explain you neatly now the concepts, what concepts will come, and today we'll start about limits and I'll give you homework. Please make sure that you complete the homework. If you complete the homework that I'm giving, pakka, 100% you'll get 5 out of 5, but you need a lot of practice. So problem is, Mrinal completed 12th class. Mrinal completed 12th class and other two students are 10th completed, 11th. So there'll be a lot of difference in knowledge. So Mrinal will be a bit more comfortable. So to make other students comfortable, I give a lot of separate homework for them because you need to work a lot of differentiation and you should have all the formulas in mind. There are so many formulas. So the moment you have that, it becomes easy for you to score. So for other students, I'll give some homework. So you need to do even 10th, 11th and 12th NCERT, complete limits and differentiation problems for practice. If you practice those questions, it becomes easy for you to get 5 out of 5 because you have just completed 10th. You are in 11th. You did not do any calculus topics, but you are learning calculus. So it will be a bit difficult to you. Bit difficult. Amma, what Ramcharan?
Sir, my 11th is done.
Yeah, you are in 11th only, no? So it becomes a bit difficult to do them. So now, just 1 second. Please switch on your videos also. Why we switch on to videos is the class looks active and everyone will be active once it is there. Yeah, please switch on your videos. Now I came back to my office. It should work. Yeah. I'm sharing my community. You have to switch on your videos and Wi-Fi is connected. 1 second, still on my. Sorry for confusion. Yes. Now you'll be able to hear me perfectly. There will not be any lag. Everything will be fine. And I'm sharing my screen. Now I'll tell you what are the different topics that are there. Instead of just telling you, I'll tell you the major topics. Then we'll go in detail about subtopics and everything. First, I'll focus on what are the major topics that you are going to get into the class. Okay? Just 1 second. This is not good. Yeah. Good. Even others also, please switch on your videos. We'll have a good session now. 1 hour session on limits. I'll cover about limits today. In detail, we'll cover about limits. Now, let me share my Zoom link also. After the class, I'll share the book that I showed it to you. Just give me some time. After the class, I'll send it in the group only. Even, to be on safer side, you have my WhatsApp. Please send me your email IDs. I'll say everything in the group only will communicate what work you need to do. Everything will communicate in the group. Miranal, you might need to take lead because these people are new. They might get stuck somewhere. You need to be in a position to share your screen and solve basic questions, which will help you to improve your knowledge too. But whatever it is, we need everyone in the class should solve all the questions in that book. If you can solve all the questions by understanding the concepts, I am sure you are the one who will get 5 out of 5. No one can stop you from getting 5 out of 5. Now, first of all, we'll see what is calculus. We'll understand calculus, beauty of calculus. AP exam is such a beauty exam. You will understand the basic behind everything. Now we'll come back to calculus. We'll see what is calculus is all about here. See here. So I gave you some.
The screen is not shared.
Screen is not shared. Okay, sorry. You should be able to see my screen also now. I gave some function s of t. Some function I gave you. I am asking to find what is the average value of this between t equal to 0 to t equal to 4. To find any average, don't copy this. I'll tell you what to copy. You'll do s of 4 minus s of 0 by 4 minus 0. Am I correct? But calculus is all about instantaneous value. I want the value of s of t at 2.11112339. Instantaneous value. Finding the instantaneous value is all about calculus. Either area of the curve or the tangent value of the curve. So, is immediate. Stock values change in seconds. Finding that immediate value is all about calculus. Now, the basic and the first topic in calculus is limits. Why we require limits? Why limits have come into the picture? What is the use of limits? And you get 10 to 12% of the total marks. Around 10 to 12 marks. Maximum it can go up to 11.7 marks on limits and continuity. Both topics together, you get around, on an average, you get around 11 marks. Out of 108 marks, 11 marks come from this. So, what type of questions will come? What concepts are required? We'll cover right now. Listen to me carefully. After this class, I'll give you the work you need to complete before coming to the next class. Yeah. First, we'll focus on limits. What is a limit? See, I'm drawing some function here, something on the board. I'm drawing x and I'm drawing f of x. Two things. So at 2 minus 2, the value is 10. At minus 1, the value is some 5. At 0, the value is 6. At 1, 0.999999, the value is some 9. At 1, the value is undefined. Listen to me carefully here. I'll teach you from basics because I have base of calculus very strong. I'll make you that base very strong. Listen to me carefully. I'll teach everything related to the real life. Now, 1.000001 is again 9. 2 value is some again 10. 3 value is some 9. I'll also tell you, you should understand why we need limits. Why we need limits is, please see here, I need 3 minutes of your time to explain why the concept of limits is required to do differentiation and integration or calculus. What is differentiation? Listen to me very carefully. You might have learned all the books, but you read in different way, which is not the way. Suppose I have some function. So what are the different ways to find slope? Y2 minus y1, the one which we just did now, average value. Or tan theta, or minus a by b, or dy by dx. What is the difference between this and remaining 3 is, these 3 are giving average slope of the functions. Try to understand what I am speaking. If you don't understand, you can ask me again. All the remaining formulas that I wrote on the board are giving me what would be the average value of the slope of the given functions. But dy by dx is giving the instantaneous value. So if you see a function, if I find, if this is my y, the instantaneous value of the function dy by dx is called instantaneous value. So how do I find instantaneous value? Take any function. Take 2 points. This point be x
I am taking another point at a distance of x plus h. So the y value corresponding to this is f of x, and the y value corresponding to this is f of x plus h. So now this is called secant line, but I can't do anything with secant line. So what I'll do, I'll slowly start moving secant line towards here, it will come here. So when it will come here, when h tends to 0, if h becomes 0, f of x minus h, f of x plus h minus f of x by x plus h minus x is limit h tends to 0. This is f dash x, which is derivative of the function. If you don't understand, don't worry. I'll repeat again. I'll tell you why limit has come. I'm not explaining you differentiation. But to do differentiation, I need to know limits. But when I ask you people, why do you need limits for differentiation? They can't even say. Because they don't understand the pictorial representation of something. They just by heart the formulas. So, if you see dy by dx, it is a differentiation. For differentiation, why do I need limits? The basic definition of the limits is limit h tends to 0. What is happening to this function is what I need to find instantaneous value at this point. To find instantaneous value at that point, I need to make the secant line as tangent line. To make secant line as tangent line, I need to push h to 0. The meaning of pushing h to 0 is limit h tends to 0. So limit h tends to 0, f of x plus h minus f of x by x plus h minus x is f dash x. To find derivatives, the basic is limit. That is the reason we are learning limits. For everything that we are doing, it has a purpose. So now we'll come back to limit. I'll come back to the previous question. So if I ask you people, limit x tends to minus 1 f of x. Yeah, what is the value? Please unmute. But from next, yeah, both are in video, no? Even other person. Location, switch on the videos here. All the classes, not only this class. If my voice is getting disturbed, I'll switch on AC and switch off the fan. It is 2 cold, so I switch off the fan. If voice is getting disturbed, please tell me. I'll switch off the fan. It will be more clarity. If the clarity is good, leave it. Yeah. I asked you one question. What is limit x tends to minus 1 f of x? For all of you, I asked you one question. What will be your answer? Limit x tends to minus 1 f of x. Who said 5?
Me, sir. Mrinal.
Mrinal said 5. Yeah. Any idea, Ramcharan and Lokesh, what would be limit of the function?
Same.
5. You, Lokesh?
5 only.
5 only. So, this is completely meaningless. Why this is completely meaningless? What is the basic definition of limit? Basic definition of limit is limit x tends to minus a, f of x should be exist and finite value. Limit x tends to a plus f of x should be finite and exist, and both of them should be equal. What is the basic definition of limit? Limit x tends to minus a, f of x should be finite, exist, and it should be finite value. Limit x tends to a plus should be finite and exist. Now, if I see this function, I am asking you limit x tends to minus 1 f of x. Then immediately what you should think? I am good at Telugu here, but all our teachers don't know Telugu, even physics don't know Telugu. I employ only highly knowledgeable people. I can't find most of them here. Luckily, I work somewhere in all the parts of the world, so I got knowledge. So, to you, I can speak in Telugu. If you want, I can explain concepts, but others don't expect them to explain in Telugu. Here, though, clearly, I'm telling the left hand limit and the right hand limit. మనం ఆ వాల్యూ దగ్గర లిమిట్ అంటే అసలు నాకు ఆ వాల్యూతో సంబంధం లేదు. కానీ వాట్ ఐ ఆస్క్ యూ వాట్ ఈస్ లిమిట్ x tends to minus 1 and f of x మిమ్మల్ని, బట్ యు ఆర్ టెల్లింగ్ 5 as అలా ఎలా కుదురుతుంది? అసలు లిమిట్ కి ఆ వాల్యూ దగ్గర సంబంధమే లేదు, కానీ మీరు ఆన్సర్ చెప్పేశారు. హౌ ఇట్ ఈస్ పాసిబుల్? సో ఫస్ట్ యూ షుడ్ అండర్స్టాండ్ లిమిట్ అంటే ఏంటి. లిమిట్ అంటే ఏంటి? లిమిట్ x tends to a minus దగ్గర, లిమిట్ x tends to a plus దగ్గర అంటే దానికన్నా కొంచెం చిన్నది, చాలా చిన్నది, పక్కది, దానికన్నా కొంచెం పెద్దది, దాని దగ్గర వాల్యూ ఎంత, దీని దగ్గర వాల్యూ ఎంత, రెండు వాల్యూలు ఫైనైట్ అయి ఉండాలి. ఇన్ఫైనైట్ అయితే నేను చదువుతాప్పుడు ఇన్ఫైనైట్ ఫార్మ్స్ ఏంటి చాలా ఉంది మీరు నేర్చుకోవాల్సింది. మీరు ప్రతి స్టెప్ కి నేర్చుకుంటారు ఈ క్లాస్ లో, క్యాలిక్యులస్ లో బాగా నేర్చుకుంటారు ఈ 54 hours. సో ఒకసారి చూస్తే నేను -1 దగ్గర అడిగినప్పుడు మీరు వెంటనే నన్ను ఏం అడగాలి, అరే వెంకట్ నువ్వు నాకు -1 మైనస్ అంటే -1.00000001 దగ్గర వాల్యూ చెప్పు, -0.99999999 దగ్గర -1 కన్నా కొంచెం చిన్నది, ఇది కొంచెం చిన్నది, -1 కన్నా కొంచెం పెద్దది, ఇది కొంచెం పెద్దది, వాటి దగ్గర నువ్వు వాల్యూస్ చెప్పాలి కదరా బాబు, చెప్పకుండా నన్ను లిమిట్ వాల్యూ ఎలా అడుగుతున్నావు, నువ్వు అడిగినా మేము ఎలా చెప్పగలం అని మీ మైండ్ లో అనుకోవాలి. లేకపోతే అయిపోయాము, మనం ఫూల్స్ అయిపోయాము. సో వాట్ ఈస్ లిమిట్? అట్లీస్ట్ నో ఇప్పుడు దాకా మీరు చాలా డెఫినేషన్స్ ఎప్సిలాన్ డెల్టా, ఐ వెరీ గుడ్ అట్ బేసిక్. ఎప్సిలాన్ డెల్టా చెప్పానంటే అసలు మనం చదవడమే మానేస్తాం, అసలు అది వద్దు నాకు. నేను బేసిక్ వేలో చిన్నపిల్లలకి అర్థమయ్యే వేలోనే మీకు చెబుతాను, కానీ మీరు ఆ పాయింట్ అర్థం చేసుకోవాలి. సో ఇప్పుడు లిమిట్ అంటే అర్థం ఏంటి? లిమిట్ అంటే ఇది మీరు చాలా సార్లు చదివారు కానీ అర్థం చేసుకుని చదవాలి, అందుకే ఇప్పుడు ప్రాబ్లం వస్తుంది. సో వెన్ ఎవర్ యూఆర్ రీడింగ్ సంథింగ్ యూ షుడ్ రీడ్ ఇన్ సచ్ ఎ వే దట్ ఇట్ షుడ్ గో ఇన్ యువర్ మైండ్, అండ్ ఈవెన్ ఇఫ్ ఐ ఆస్క్ యూ వెన్ యూ ఆర్ అబౌట్ టు డై ఇన్ 100 years of age also should be able to tell me. That is called reading a subject. So limit extend, so I can say limit extends to a f of x exists when the function of the limit exists, when the left hand limit and the right hand limit both should exist and both should be fine, then I can say that the limit of the function exists. Everyone understood? Am I clear?
Yes,
Is this
sir.
point clear?
Yes, sir.
So whenever you are finding limit, I'm least concerned about what happens to that function at that point. Now see here, now also you'll give wrong answer, I'm mostly sure, but be careful. What is limit extends to 1 f of x? See the question carefully. What is limit extends to 1 f of x?
9, sir.
Is it 9?
9.
Does not exist, or what is the value? Limit
9,
extends to 1 f of x. What is the answer for limit extends to 1 f of x?
9, sir.
Pakka, or it is does not exist?
9 only, sir.
Lokesh says confidently 9. Brenal
Does not exist, sir.
Brenal says, sir, I'm thinking bit more than Lokesh, so definitely does not exist. Now Ram Charan, what is your answer?
9.
9. Very good. So answer should be 9. I just now told you I'm least concerned what happens to the function at that point. Only I am concerned about the point for slightly less than and slightly more than. So clearly for a function slightly less than, the f of limit extends to 1 minus f of x is clearly 9. Limit extends to 1 plus f of x is clearly 9. Both the values are finite and both the values are same. So definitely limit extends to 1 f of x is 9. Understood? Yeah. So keep adding as limits and continuity. We are starting the topic now. You will enjoy the subject and I will make you perfect. It will help you a lot in your engineering. Whether you are doing any engineering, even you are doing computer science or physics, mathematics, these AP classes will immensely help you. But understand the subject and learn. If not, no use. First concept is limit. If my board is not clear or visible, or my voice is not clear or I cannot hear, please let me know well in advance. Yeah. So if I have a function f of x, limit extends to a f of x exists when limit extends to a minus f of x exists and finite value. Limit extends to a plus f of x exists and finite value, and both of them are equal. These two conditions should be satisfied. Please write neatly in your note. Limit extends to a f of x exists. I'm not going so deep into epsilon delta. No need to so much, not required. My aim is to get 5 out of 5 in AP and make you understand subject. So I'll teach you to that level. That will help you to get hold on the subject. Limit x tends to a f of x exists when limit x tends to a minus f of x exists and finite value. Limit x tends to a plus exists and it is a finite value. And both of them are equal. And both of them are equal. So far, I taught around 400 plus calculus BC students here in these 15 years. And around, I can happily say 800 to 900 of them are having 5 out of 5. So I have good experience in helping you to get marks, but you need to understand concept. If not, I can't do anything. So always write max in terms of max so that it becomes easy for you. So limit x tends to a f of x is equal to h if limit x tends to a minus f of x is equal to limit x tends to a plus f of x and both of them are equal and both of them are equal to h, then limit, first write this, then write this. If limit x tends to a minus f of x is equal to limit x tends to a plus f of x is equal to h, both of them exist and both of them are equal and both of them are finite, then limit x tends to a f of x is equal to h. For calculus, you need to be good at trigonometric functions, exponential functions, logarithmic functions, horizontal asymptote, vertical asymptote. Some of you might not be so good. So as and when time comes, I'll discuss those two. So, but right now, let us continue with the limits. So the first concept we have learned, limit exists when left hand limit and right hand limit both should exist and both should be finite and both should be equal. 3 conditions. Okay. So they always don't give in terms of table. I can represent anything in terms of table or anything in terms of graph. So now let me tell you in terms of graph how to find the limit of the functions. So limit, sorry, I'll give you graph. I gave you some graph. I gave you some graph on the board. This value is 2. This is not there. It is starting from 2. This point is 2. This is 1. This is 0. This is minus 1. This is 4. This is 3. Limit extends to 3 minus f of x. What is the value? Sorry, limit extends to 3 f of x. What is the value? Limit extends to 2 f of x. What is the value? Everyone in the class should say me. Miranal, I think your camera gone. If you are there, fine. If not, yeah, please come back. Important. Now, before I wrote in terms of table, anything in this world can be represented only 3 ways. We can represent in terms of table. You can represent in terms of graph. The other way is an advanced way which we will discuss, but these are the 2 major ways which you as a student means in terms of function, other means in terms of function, third way, mathematical equation. So you can write in terms of table, graph, and mathematical equation. Mathematical equations are hard to derive, but graphs are easy to understand. So I asked you some question on the board. Limit x tends to 3 f of x. What is the value? Limit x tends to 2 f of x. What is the value? Please tell me what can be the answer from your end.
Limit extends to 2 f of x does not exist.
Limit x tends to 2 f of x does not exist. Very good.
3 exists.
So limit x tends to 3 f of x exists, but I did not give value. You should ask me what is the value for 3. Suppose if it is some 10. So limit x tends to 3 f of x is 10 because 3 minus is also approaching 10. 3 plus is also approaching 10. Both of them are approaching 10. So limit x tends to 3 f of x is 10. Limit x tends to f of x does not exist. Does not exist. Okay. So you understood the basic definition of limit, and you understood from the table how can you find. You also understood from the graph how can you find it. There are some basic properties of limits which you should know. So please write the properties, then I'll tell you. I'll teach you many concepts. Write every concept in notes, then I'll tell you application of it. So the first is limit extends to a f of x plus g of x is limit extends to a f of x plus g of x is limit extends to a f of x plus limit extends to a g of x. Same thing with minus, so you can write plus or minus. Limit extends to a c into f of x is c times limit extends to a f of x. Limit extends to a f of x into g of x is limit extends to a f of x into limit extends to a g of x. Limit extends to a f of x by g of x is limit extends to a f of x by limit extends to a g of x. Only the condition is g of x should not be equal to 0. That is only the condition. Or g of a should not be equal to 0, because when extends to a, g of x is 0. Only condition is g of a should not be equal to 0. Please write neatly in the notes. These are called as properties of limits. You think they are simple? No, they are very. Everything that I am teaching on the board is important, useful, and powerful. I'll give a lot of homework, sufficient homework. Please spend at least 3 to 4 hours every day for calculus. Now I am teaching most important concept. Slowly, carefully, patiently listen to me. Did you people write these 4 properties? Can I move on? Did you people write? Can I move
Yes,
on?
sir.
Okay, very good. Now see here. Now see here. Limit extends to a f of x is finite and listen to me carefully, then you can write finite and exists. Limit extends to a g of x is 0. What will be limit extends to a f of x by g of x? What will be your answer? Please think. Whenever I ask something, right, I want it to be some concept from that. So please think before giving me answer, so that I'll help you to understand the concept. Yeah. What will be the answer for limit extends to a f of x by g of x? Limit extends to a f of x is finite and exists. Limit extends to a, think. Please think. Then when I explain something, you'll understand. If you don't think, right, I'm just directly giving answer, you don't understand anything. You might get some answer, but no, it should go into the mind.
It tends to infinity.
Undefined.
Yeah, one by one. Who said tends to infinity?
Show me, sir, location.
Lokesh saying infinity. Who else said does not exist? Mrinala. What did you said, Mrinal?
Sir, I said, sir. Ram sir.
Ramcharan. What did you say, Ramcharan?
Undefined.
Undefined. These are the words which are most important. Undefined, does not exist. Now I'll come to this. Next to is I'm coming to this. What is 0 by 0? Infinity power 0. Now you'll be surprised. Yeah. So far you are seeing the numbers, but you never thought in the way that you need to be thought. You'll be realizing it now. What I'm saying, please. Yeah. Mrinal, what will be answer?
0 by 0, sir.
F of x is finite and it exists. See the question. It is a finite and exists. Finite value. It is exists and finite. I should say reverse. It is a finite value and it is exists.
It exists, sir.
F of x exists, but limit extends to a g of x is 0. Then what will be limit extends to a f of x by g of x?
I don't know, sir.
You don't. Okay. So one thing is It is very easy to get good score in AP. Everything you try to draw graphs. For everything you try to draw graphs. Suppose see this example, limit extends to 1. I am giving a beautiful example, x square minus 5x plus 9 or 10 by x minus 1. I wrote some question on the board. Definitely, limit extends to a f of x. 1 minus 5 plus 10 is 11 minus 5, 6. It is a finite and exists value. Limit extends to 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. I wrote an example which is satisfying this. Am I correct? Now see, observe carefully. You'll be surprised. See, listen carefully. Don't look here and there. Look onto the observe my voice and listen to my voice and observe the screen. Limit extends to 1 minus. Tell me what happens. Limit extends to 1 minus x square minus 5x plus 10 by x minus 1. What happens to this function? 1 minus 0.9999999. So denominator becomes minus 0.00000001. 11 by minus 0.00001. It becomes minus infinity. Correct, right? Now,
Yes.
limit extends to 1 plus x square minus 5x plus 10 by x minus 1. What is happening to this function? Plus infinity. Because 1.00000001, 0.001, something plus infinity. So, from left hand side, the function is going to minus infinity, and from the right hand side, the function is going to plus infinity. So, clearly, if you try to draw this graph at 1 is going to infinity. I don't know what happens here, or it can even come here like this, and here it is going to minus infinity. A big vertical asymptote here. Vertical asymptote. I'll tell you what is vertical, horizontal, and everything. So clearly, one is my plus infinity, other is minus infinity. I think reverse I wrote, whatever it is. So clearly, the limit does not exist. That is what I meant to say. So understand. Now, if limit extends to a f of x is finite and exists and finite. Now you should tell me answer. Limit extends to a g of x is 0. Means g of a is 0. What would be limit extends to a f of x by g of x? What is the answer?
Limit does not exist.
Limit does not exist. Very good. Please write it. Most important. Frequently asked question in AP calculus. Multiple choice question. You'll get two limits. I can tell what type of questions you'll get also because my brain is all this only. It rotates around this. Limit does not exist. Our company, iGen, which I started, is extraordinary for teaching. Even today, someone messaged me from Australia. I have students from all over the world. Sir, thank you. I got 1500. Recently, we got 1570. So whatever we do, we try to do best. AP calculus, I want to take at least one batch. You are lucky. I am having right now 9 batches. So 8 batches. I think we have 5 tutors for AP calculus. Those 5 are taking. But batch, I want to take any one batch. I don't know if I start other batch. I will start definitely. In February, I will start definitely one more batch. March, I will start because last minute many will come. That time, I'm not sure if I have time. So I want to take your batch. Let us enjoy. One more student might join, not guarantee, but might join. Yeah. So I explained you one excellent concept. If the numerator is exist and the denominator is 0, the limit does not exist. I explained you the concept why it does not exist. You need to understand the concept behind that. If not, no use learning something. It should go into the mind, not just you learn the by hearting method. Now other method, see here. Now I'm asking a beautiful question. Limit extends to a f of x is 0. Limit extends to a g of x is 0. Then limit extends to a f of x by g of x. What happens to this function? Limit extends to
It is
a f
in the
of
form
x.
of 0 by 0. It can exist, sir.
So two possibilities are there. I'll give the examples. Please write for now. It can exist or does not exist. DNE means does not exist. Please write neatly. I'll give examples for both. If limit extends to a f of x is 0 and limit extends to a g of x is 0, then limit extends to a by f of x by g of x. can exist or does not exist. Both the possibilities are there. I'll give both the possibilities. Please write neatly, then I'll tell you next 10 minutes on this 0 by 0. We'll discuss many things. You need to know here. Then only you can do well in your calculus. Okay? Yeah. So, can I move on? Please tell me. If I'm running off, I'll be slow. If not, can I move on?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Now, both are 0, 0. So, limit extends to a by f of x by g of x takes the form 0 by 0. This is called, what is this form called as? Indeterminate form. Please write this indeterminate form. 0 by 0 is called as indeterminate form. Means we can determine or we can never determine. That is called indeterminate. It is in the between. 0 by 0 is form is called indeterminate form. Whether you can determine or you cannot determine. Indeterminate is the form of the meaning of that. Now see some examples. I always like to say something related to examples. Limit extends to 10. For next 10 minutes, I'll speak on this. First, 0 by 0 form is indeterminate, means you can determine or you can never determine. That is called indeterminate form. It is in between those both forms. So we'll see when it is determined, when we cannot determine. Now listen to me carefully. I'm taking limit extends to 10, f of x by g of x. I'm taking my f of x as x power minus 1000 and g of x as x power minus 100. I took two functions. I took limit extends to 10. I'm trying to explain this concept, you'll understand. Don't worry, because calculus is a bit difficult. Slowly, step by step, you'll understand. If you don't understand, stop me. I know how to make you understand. I'll repeat again. Suppose, assume I have two functions. One function is f of x is equal to x power minus 1000. Other function is g of x is equal to x power minus 100. I am asking you what is limit extends to 10 f of x by g of x. You try to answer. You'll see what will be the answer. What you can answer. What will be answer for this? If this is the question, what will be your answer? So, please see here. F of x is 10 power minus 1000. What is the meaning of 10 power minus 1000? 0.0000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000 times and 1 is equal to 0. This is not actual 0. Why calculus is coming into the picture is this 0 is not actual 0. This 0 is also not actual 0. If I ask you what is 0.0000001 paisa, rare Venkat, 1 paisa only don't have value, 0.1 only don't have value. You are telling 0.00001, what is this value? It is no value here, you will say 0. If I keep 0.1000 zeros or 901, if I ask what you will tell, rare Venkat, it is 0. But that is not 0. So this 0 is not 0. This 0 is also not 0. Now see carefully. So this becomes 0.00001 or 10 power minus 1000. I'm not explaining any concept. I'm explaining the basics that is required for these limits. Slowly, I'll take into the formulas and everything, and we'll do all the questions. Aram say, listen to me. This is 10 power minus 100. If I try to simplify this, I get 10 power minus 900 or 1 by 10 power 900, 1 by very big number. So this answer is close to 0. If they ask me what is limit extends to 10 f of x by g of x, Both the functions are approaching 0. Limit f of 10 is 0, g of 10 is also 0. So actually this is 0 by 0 form. So is it does not exist or it is defined? We'll see now. It is defined. Why? Because f of x is tending to 0, g of x is also tending to 0, but g of x is way bigger. It is 10 power 10 times bigger than f of x. So 1 by 10 power 10, 1 by 10 power 900 times bigger. So 1 by 10 power 900 is 0. So this indeterminate form became existing and the value is 0. Now you see, I'm just reversing. I'm taking f of x as 10 power minus 100 and g of x as 10 power minus 1000. I am taking f of x is very bigger number and g of x is very small number. So now I am doing limit x tends to 10 f of x by g of x. Now answer will be infinity. This also exists. But answer is a very big number. 10 power 900 is my answer. Very big number. Okay? Yeah. So in 0 by 0 forms, we have many forms with nothing to worry. So first form 0 by 0 form is indeterminate form. First form of indeterminate form, keep it as indeterminate form. Indeterminate form. First form is 0 by 0. Now see, infinity by infinity is also indeterminate form. Why? Because I can write this as 1 by infinity 2 by 1 by infinity 1. Please see here. Please look into the question carefully. I can write infinity 1 by infinity 2 as 1 by infinity 2 by 1 by infinity 1. So this is also 0 by 0 form. So infinity by infinity is also indeterminate form. Wherever you get infinity by infinity, you should not assume answer is does not exist. It can exist or does not exist. You never think like this. If I ask infinity by infinity, you say, what is this? That is also 0 by 0 form. Infinity by infinity is same as నీ దగ్గర 100 కోట్లు ఉన్నా 0 రూపాయలు ఉన్నా రెండు ఒకటే క్యాలిక్యులస్ 100 కోట్లు బై 100 కోట్లు 0 బై 0 రెండు సేమే నాకు. So maths can make you very rich, maths can make you poor. That is, yeah. So one form is 0 by 0, other form is infinity. Write infinity 1 by infinity, you will have more clarity. If you write infinity by infinity, students are getting confused. 0 into infinity is also indeterminate form. How we are Venkat, what you are speaking here? Yes, this is also indeterminate form. Why? Because infinity I can write as 1 by 0. 0 into 1 is 0. Again, this became 0 by 0. So 0 by 0 is indeterminate form. Infinity by infinity is indeterminate form. 0 into infinity is also indeterminate form. Please write carefully and write the logics. You will not get these logics anywhere. I can 1000% assure. Take any book, you will not get it. This is with the experience of 10 years. And they will give forms, but they don't explain like this. 0 into 1 by 0. Very difficult for you to get accustomed to these things. So far you learned 3 forms. Next form. Can I move on? Infinity minus infinity is also indeterminate form. Infinity minus 1, infinity is also indeterminate form. You might ask me why. I don't know which infinity this is approaching. Which infinity? Both are approaching the same number. Answer will be 0 finite. If this is approaching 10,000 crores, if this is approaching only 1,000 crores, 9,000 crores, which is a very big number. If I have 9,000 crores in my life, I'll be most happy. So infinity minus infinity is also indeterminate form. 0 by 0 is indeterminate form. Whenever you get these forms in exam in calculus BC, you should not simply put does not exist or something. You should hold on. Have patience. I'll tell you the logic how to solve those questions. So first indeterminate form is 0 by 0. Second indeterminate form is infinity 1 by infinity 2. Third indeterminate form you have learned is 0 into infinity. The fourth indeterminate form you have learned is infinity minus infinity or infinity 1 minus infinity. Now next most powerful indeterminate form is coming. 0 power 0, right? Y is equal to 0 power 0. I'll prove logic how it is indeterminate form. 0 power 0 is also indeterminate form. How we are Venkat, how it is indeterminate form. Take log on both sides. Log y. It becomes 0 log 0. Am I correct? 0 log 0. What is log 0? Undefined, infinity. So which becomes again 0 by 0. So 0 power 0 is also indeterminate form. Means whenever you get 0 power 0 in limits, you can find the limit or you cannot find the limit. Infinity power 0 is also indeterminate form. Take it as y. Log y is equal to 0 into log infinity. So log infinity is infinity, 0 into infinity, 0 by 0 form. Log y is also indeterminate form. Infinity power 0 is also indeterminate form. 1 power infinity is also indeterminate form. Y is equal to 1 power infinity. Log y is equal to infinity into log 1. Log y is equal to infinity into 0, which is 0 by 0. So y is also indeterminate form. So I'm writing neatly again here. 0 power 0, infinity power 0, 1 power infinity, infinity minus infinity, infinity by infinity, 0 by 0, 0 into infinity. All these are indeterminate forms. So many forms are there, and అన్నీ ఒకటే 0 by 0 నే. దాన్ని మనం ఒక 100 రకాల్లో రాసుకుని అది 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 తెలియక మనం కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అయిపోయి ఏదో అనుకుంటాం. So all these forms are same. They are indeterminate. Means 1 power infinity value ఎంత ఫైనైట్ అవ్వచ్చు, ఇన్ఫైనైట్ అవ్వచ్చు, ఎగ్జిస్ట్ అవ్వచ్చు, డస్ నాట్ ఎగ్జిస్ట్ అవ్వచ్చు. సో ఎందుకని 1 అంటే 1 కాదు, నువ్వు అడగొచ్చు, అరే వెంకట్ 1 into 1 ఎన్నిసార్లు చేసినా 1 కదా వస్తారా బాబు, 1 power infinity డస్ నాట్ ఎగ్జిస్ట్. అసలు ప్రాబ్లం ఏంటంటే 1 అంటే 1 కాదు, ఇది 1.0001 అవ్వచ్చు, 0.999. ఇది కనుక 0.9 అనేది అసలు నీకు 0 వచ్చేస్తుంది. ఇది 1.001 అయితే నీకు పెద్ద వాల్యూ, నువ్వు కోటీశ్వరుడు అయిపోతావు. 1.001 పవర్ ఇన్ఫినిటీకి అయినా కానీ. పవర్ ఆఫ్ కాంపౌండింగ్ has so much effect. Okay, so what we have learned right now, indeterminate forms. Indeterminate forms means we need to do extra analysis for those to determine whether the limit for those functions exists or not. Those are called as indeterminate forms. They are majorly these 6 indeterminate forms which are most crucial for AP calculus exam. Now next concept, okay, already 7 o'clock. So what I'll do is, I'll share the book in the group, or please send me your email IDs, I'll share them with you. I'll show it here. I think I did not open, right? Just I'm opening. I'm stop sharing screen for 1 second. I'm opening my mail, and again I'll share. I'll tell you what to do, what work to do. Don't miss any of my class. Any class, not only my class. I'm telling you, your physics sir is such an expert. You are really lucky. I have so many teachers, but for my child, physics, I'm teaching from your physics sir only, because he's such an expert. Give him any question from basic, he will do entire question, whether AP or JE mains or JE advanced. Such a beautiful sir. Don't miss any class. Try to learn. Whenever he's explaining some theory, that formula, it is not required for AP. Why it is that formula is required to apply when you require it questions. And he's so perfect in his concepts. That is the reason. And luckily he's taking your E&M also. That is fine. Utilize him to the extent you will be at advantage stage. Let me open my Google Drive and I am sharing my screen also.
Sir,
now.
can you please tell the classes timings days
Yeah.
again?
Yeah, class timings. I think all of you are taking AP Calculus. So AP Calculus timings are Tuesday, Thursday, AP Calculus timings. Please write the timings. AP Calculus timings. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Is 5:30 to 6:30 is good, or 5 to 6 is good? Which one do you want me to have?
5 to 6.
5 to 6, sir.
5 to 6, huh? Then we'll cancel this 5 to 6 p.m. If I'm late for 5 minutes, don't worry, because everyone is great and everyone is busier. 99% right now these days, no, I'm involved more in, I started a very big project, big school, some international school. So sometimes I get stuck. I take classes there. I take physics there. I'm expert at physics. Then I'm more expert at calculus, don't worry. I take physics classes there. So students don't leave me. They go on asking some questions. Actually, my class will end by 4:30. They come out. If they ask more doubts, I can't say them. So it might take 5 or 5:10. But from there, I'll take 1 hour. But 5 to 6 we'll have class. Tuesday, Thursdays, Saturdays. AP Physics Mechanics and AP Physics E&M. Yesterday, you are asking me earlier time. The earlier that I can accommodate, sir, is 8 to 9 p.m. We cancel other batch. That batch, I change the timing. They're comfortable with 9 to 10. This will be on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8 to 9 p.m. AP Physics E&M, Friday, Saturday, 8 to 9 p.m. Sunday, 9 to 10 a.m. 9 to 10 a.m. in the morning, because we want to close everything by afternoon. We want every student to be free in the afternoon. Sundays. Unless until not available, I'll try not to have any class. And sir want, if I teach mechanics one day, E&M one day, you'll get confused. What sir idea is also good. We can also have 2 hours class per day, but no use. You need to do the work. So sir will do a lot of work. Physics, math, chemistry is lot of theory here. Your sir is expert at AP. He is not expert at IIT, he is expert at AP. He teaches only AP 24/7. He is handling more than 60-70 students, only AP. Blindly follow, because chemistry don't require so much application. So I'm least concerned. Yeah. AP Chemistry. You will have classes on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 to 9 a.m. in the morning. AP Chemistry classes will have Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 to 9 a.m. I think some of you are taking AP Statistics, some of you are taking AP Microeconomics, some of you are taking AP English Language and Literature. Those timings I'll individually inform. All these statistics started today. So, microeconomics and that will start within tomorrow or within 1 or 2 days. Those also will be there 3 days. I'll tell you the timings. But those also will be in the evenings only, after 6 o'clock only. Only my class
Sir,
is
this
5 to 6.
calculus syllabus, how many classes are you expecting it to finish in?
Yeah. So we want 54 classes.
54 classes.
Yeah, 54 classes. Actually, 36 is sufficient. 99% of the company is teaching 36, but I'll go in detail. So I want 54 hours. In 54 hours, I'll make you perfect. Means if I'm teaching 54 hours, means you need to work 300 hours. Pakka. For
సార్
each
ఇప్పుడు
hour,
క్యాల్కులస్ మాట్లాడుకుంటే మనము ఇప్పుడు మనకి అప్లికేషన్స్ ఆఫ్ ఇంటిగ్రల్స్ ఉంది, అప్లికేషన్ ఆఫ్ డిఫరెన్షియేషన్ అట్లా కూడా ఉంది. ఇప్పుడు మీరు అప్లికేషన్ లాగా అడుగుతారా, లేకపోతే నార్మల్ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఇప్పుడు మనం చూసిన టెక్స్ట్ బుక్ క్వశ్చన్స్ అడుగుతారా?
36 to 37% is direct questions.
అంటే ఇప్పుడు సాల్వ్ చేయమని అడుగుతారు పెన్ అండ్
సాల్వ్
పేపర్.
చేయమని అడుగుతారు. కానీ కొన్ని క్వశ్చన్స్ నేను చూపిస్తాను, అంత 90% అంత అప్లికేషన్ ఉంటుంది. ఎలా
అంటే ఈ
ఉంటుంది?
రేట్ చేంజ్ ఆఫ్ రేట్ గురించి
అన్ని అలాగే ఉంటాయి. మీకు అది అలవాటు అయిపోతుంది. నేను చెబుతాక మీకు దాని మీద నేను మీకు 200 క్వశ్చన్స్ చూపిస్తాను రేట్ ఆఫ్ చేంజ్ మీద.
అంటే ఎట్లుంటది క్వశ్చన్ అనేది, ఎట్లా
క్వశ్చన్
రాబోతుంది
ఎట్లా ఉంటుందంటే, ఒక టీ కప్ ఉంది. టీ కప్ లో ఉన్న కప్పు యొక్క వేడి ఫంక్షన్ టీ యొక్క వేడి f(x) is equal to sin 2x into e power minus of x minus 3/100 whole square. ఇదే టీ కప్పు యొక్క వేడి 10 minutes తర్వాత ఆ టీ కప్పు యొక్క వేడి ఎంత ఉంటది అన్ని రిలేట్ చేస్తాడు.
సో అప్లికేషన్స్ అనేది
అన్ని మనం ఏంటంటే కాన్సెప్ట్ చెబుతున్న విధంగా అర్థం చేసుకోవాలి మీరు. ఇప్పుడు నేను చెప్తున్నాను కదా, లిమిట్ అంటే ఏంటి, అసలు ఇండిటర్మినేట్ ఫామ్ అంటే ఏంటి. ఎప్పుడైతే నాకు బేసిక్ అంతా పర్ఫెక్ట్ గా ఉంటుందో అప్పుడే నేను చేయగలుగుతాను. ఓకే, ఫార్ములా బేస్డ్, డైరెక్ట్ ఫార్ములా బేస్డ్ 36 to 40% ఉంటుంది. జనరల్ గా 36% ఐడియల్ గా నేను చూస్తుంటా క్వశ్చన్స్ లో. 108 మార్క్స్ కి 36 మార్క్స్ డైరెక్ట్ ఫార్ములాస్. మీరు కనుక అన్ని ఫార్ములాస్ నేను చెబుతాను మీకు, మొత్తం ఒక 189 ఫార్ములాస్ ఉంటాయి. ఏదైనా కానీ A to Z మీరు ఏపీ క్యాలిక్యులస్ ఆ ఫార్ములాస్ అన్ని గుర్తు పెట్టుకుంటే మీకు 36 to 40% వచ్చేసి నా క్లాస్ ని పర్ఫెక్ట్ గా.
ఇంకో 60% అనేది అప్లికేషన్స్ ద్వారా
అప్లికేషన్ బేస్డ్ ఉంటుంది. ప్రతి ఫ్రీ రెస్పాన్స్ క్వశ్చన్ అప్లికేషన్ బేస్డ్. సో 50% అప్లికేషన్. అందులో కూడా మీకు ఒక 16 to 17% ఏమొస్తుందంటే డైరెక్ట్ ఫార్ములా బేస్డ్ ఉంటుంది క్వశ్చన్స్
FRQs లో.
సో అలాగే సేమ్ గా మీకు మల్టిపుల్ చాయిస్ లో కూడా కొన్ని క్వశ్చన్స్ డైరెక్ట్ హ్యాపీగా అసలు కంఫర్టబుల్ చేయొచ్చు, కానీ కొన్ని మళ్ళీ అప్లికేషన్ బేస్డ్ వచ్చేస్తాయి. మనం చేద్దాం, అన్ని చేద్దాం మనం. సో ఏపీ అనేది చాలా ఈజీ ఎగ్జామ్, కాకపోతే ఎఫర్ట్స్ మంచిగా పెట్టాలి. ముఖ్యంగా ఫిజిక్స్ E&M కి బాగా పెట్టాలి. ఫిజిక్స్ మెకానిక్స్ క్యాలిక్యులస్ బీసీకి సేమ్ ఎఫర్ట్స్ పెట్టాలి.
ఇప్పుడు మీరు సపోజ్ టెస్ట్లు అన్నారు కదా సార్, టెస్ట్లు అనేది ఎట్లా హోల్డ్ చేస్తారు? ఆన్లైన్ ద్వారానా లేకపోతే మీరు పేపర్ పీడిఎఫ్ అనేది పంపిస్తారా?
మనకి ఆన్లైన్ అంత సిస్టమ్ ఇంకా రాలేదు. సేమ్ క్వశ్చన్స్ వస్తాయి మీకు. ఇప్పుడు సిస్టమ్ ఏమైందంటే ఒట్టి ఆన్లైన్ లో మారింది, క్వశ్చన్స్ మీకు ఆన్లైన్ లో కనపడతాయి. మీరు సాల్వింగ్ కూడా పేపర్ మీదే చేస్తారు, జస్ట్ ఎంసీక్యూ అక్కడ మార్క్ చేస్తారు,
అవును.
ప్రీ రెస్పాన్స్ కూడా అక్కడే చేస్తారు. సో మనం పేపర్సే పంపిస్తాం, యాక్చువల్ పేపర్స్ మీకు ఎక్కడ ప్రీవియస్ ఇయర్ పెట్టినవి మనకి యాక్చువల్ పేపర్స్ పంపిస్తాను, ఎంసీక్యూస్ ఎఫ్ఆర్క్యూస్ అవి మీరు సాల్వ్ చేస్తారు. ఎప్పుడు అది సిలబస్ అంతా అయిపోయిన తర్వాత.
మళ్ళీ
ప్రతి teacher అలా చేస్తారు. ప్రతి
సెక్షనల్ టెస్ట్లు అట్లుండేవా?
రీజనల్ టెస్ట్ కన్నా మనం అసైన్మెంట్స్ ఇస్తాం. ముందు ఏంటంటే మనం సబ్జెక్ట్ పర్ఫెక్ట్ గా చేసుకున్నాం స్టూడెంట్స్ కి. నువ్వు కనుక మేము ఇచ్చిన అసైన్మెంట్ సాల్వ్ చేస్తే అసైన్మెంట్ లో కూడా నీకు ఫ్రీ రెస్పాన్స్ ఉంటాయి, అసైన్మెంట్ లో కూడా ఎఫ్ఆర్క్యూస్ ఉంటాయి.
ఓకే సార్.
సో నీకు అసైన్మెంట్ సపోజ్ నేను ఇందాక చూపించిన క్యాలిక్యులస్ నేను మీ హోంవర్క్ కూడా చూపిస్తాను. ఒక్క నిమిషం ఏం చేయాలి.
ఇంకోటి డిఫరెన్షియల్ ఈక్వేషన్స్ లో ఒట్టి ఫస్ట్ ఆర్డర్ ఉందా, మళ్ళీ సెకండ్ థర్డ్ అట్లా?
సెకండ్ ఆర్డర్ ఉంది, థర్డ్ ఆర్డర్ లేదు.
ఓకే, నేనైతే ఫస్ట్ ఆర్డర్ దాకానే నేర్చుకున్నాను.
నో ప్రాబ్లం, మన అన్ని మనం నేర్పిస్తాం. మీకు క్యాలిక్యులస్ లో ఏముందో అది నేను అర్థమయ్యే విధంగా నేర్పిస్తాను. సో బట్ యూ షుడ్ బి అటెంటివ్, డూ ది వర్క్. వితౌట్ డూయింగ్ వర్క్ ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ ఎక్స్పెక్టింగ్ మిరాకిల్స్, ఐ కాంట్ హెల్ప్ యు. ఈవెన్ కామర్స్ స్టూడెంట్ కి మీరు నమ్మరు, మ్యాథ్స్ లేకపోయినా కామర్స్ స్టూడెంట్ కూడా మొన్న 2025 లో కూడా ప్యాటర్న్ మారిపోయింది, ఏదో హడావిడి చేశారు. వాళ్ళకు కూడా చాలా మందికి, అందరికి 5 రావులే, ఆ సబ్జెక్ట్ ఉండాలి, చాలా మందికి 5 వస్తాయి. సో ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తానంటే నేను ఇది మీకు షేర్ చేస్తాను. సో నాకు ప్లీజ్ రైట్ ఇట్ డౌన్. నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్కి వచ్చేసరికి మీరు ప్రతి ఒక్కళ్ళు ఈ క్వశ్చన్ కానించి ప్రీ క్యాలిక్యులస్ ఉంది కదా, దీని మీద కూడా మీకు 1 నుంచి 2 క్వశ్చన్లు ఎగ్జామ్ లో వస్తున్నాయి. ప్రీ క్యాలిక్యులస్ మీద 1 నుంచి 2 క్వశ్చన్లు ఎంసీక్యూస్ వస్తాయి. మళ్ళీ ప్లస్ ఇది బాగుంటేనే మీరు క్యాలిక్యులస్, నాకు లాగరిథమ్స్ బాగుండాలి, ఎక్స్పోనెన్షియల్, ఇన్వర్స్ ట్రిగ్నోమెట్రీ అంటే అవి బేసిక్స్ తెలిసి, వాటి డొమైన్ ఏంటి, రేంజ్ ఏంటి, అవన్నీ తెలిసి ఉండాలి. మీకు ఎంత బేస్ స్ట్రాంగ్ ఉంటే నేను అప్లికేషన్ అంత బేస్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. సో ప్రీ క్యాలిక్యులస్ లో యా ఈ క్వశ్చన్స్ అన్ని ఎక్కడ వరకు ఈ 2 pages నెంబర్స్ పిచ్చిగా ఉంటాయి. ఎందుకంటే మేమేం చేసామంటే ఆ క్వశ్చన్ తీసుకొచ్చి ఇక్కడ పెట్టాం. ఇది మీకు ఈ 2000 లో వచ్చిండొచ్చు, 2020 లో ఉండొచ్చు, ఎప్పుడైనా వచ్చి అది సంబంధం లేదు. కానీ ఈ టాపిక్ వైజ్ నేను సపరేట్ చేసాం అనమాట. ఎప్పుడైతే టాపిక్ వైజ్ సపరేట్ చేసామో క్వశ్చన్స్ నెంబర్స్ అన్ని పిచ్చిగా ఉంటాయి, అది మనకు సంబంధం లేదు. కానీ టాపిక్ ఇచ్చాను కదా ప్రీ క్యాలిక్యులస్ లో మీకు 1 or 2 1 మల్టిపుల్ చాయిస్ అయితే 100% వస్తుంది. సో ఇలాంటివే వస్తాయి మీకు. సో అందుకని మీరు ఇక్కడ వరకు తప్పకుండా సాల్వ్ చేయాలి. లిమిట్స్ లో ఇవి కొంచెం బేసిక్ అయ్యా, ఇన్ఫినిటీ బై ఇన్ఫినిటీ ఫార్మ్ వచ్చిన బేసిక్. మీరు నెక్స్ట్ ఇంకా మీకు ఎందుకంటే ఇప్పుడు నుంచి నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్ కి 48 hours ఉంది. 48 hours లో మీరు అట్లీస్ట్ 5 hours అన్న పెట్టగలగాలి. నేను ఇచ్చినవి చేయండి, మీరు ఇంకేమీ చేయొద్దు. ఫిజిక్స్ చేయాలి, ఎందుకంటే హెచ్సి వర్మ చేస్తేనే కాన్సెప్ట్స్ ఉంటేనే మీరు చేయగలుగుతారు. సార్ చెప్పినట్టు చేయండి, మీరు సబ్జెక్ట్ లో బాగా డెవలప్ అవుతారు. ఈజ్ వెరీ ఎక్స్పర్ట్, డోంట్ థింక్ సెకండ్ థాట్. మీకు ఇక్కడ ఫంక్షన్స్ కంటిన్యూటీ, లిమిట్స్, డెఫినేషన్ ఆఫ్ డెరివేటివ్, ఇక్కడ ఈ పేజ్ నెంబర్ 9 వరకు, ఇక్కడ 9 అని ఉంది కదా, ఇక్కడ వరకు ఈ 10 pages లో ఉన్న క్వశ్చన్స్ అన్ని అటెంప్ట్ చేయండి. మీరు అన్ని చేస్తారా లేదా మనకు సంబంధం లేదు. నేను లిమిట్స్ అనుకని ఇంకా 1 or 2 క్లాసులు మీకు కంప్లీట్ కాన్సెప్ట్స్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తా. నేను చెప్పిన తర్వాత మీకు అంతా అర్థం అవుతుంది, కానీ మీరు నా కోసం వెయిట్ చేయకూడదు. సో మీకు అర్థమైన భాషలో మీకు వచ్చింది ఇది 1/0 ఫామ్. అన్ని ఇంటర్మీడియట్ ఫామ్స్ ఉంటాయి, మనం అన్ని ఈజీగా, నేను చెబుతా ఇంటర్మీడియట్ ఫార్మేషన్ ఎలా చేయాలని నేను చెబుతా, ఈజీగా చేస్తాను, సెకండ్ లో చేస్తాం. కానీ మీరు ట్రై చేస్తే ఎప్పుడైతే మీకు అర్థం కాలేదో స్ట్రక్ అవుతారో నా క్లాస్ లో బాగా అర్థం అవుతుంది అనమాట. మీరు స్టార్టింగ్ కానించి ఇక్కడ వరకు ప్రతి క్వశ్చన్ మీరు ట్రై చేయండి, సాల్వ్ చేయండి. ఎక్కడ వరకు, డిఫరెన్సియేషన్ కన్నా ముందు వరకు, పేజ్ నెంబర్ 9 ఇది కూడా చేయాలి మీరు. డెఫినేషన్ ఆఫ్ డెరివేటివ్ కన్నా ముందు వరకు ప్రతి క్వశ్చన్ సాల్వ్ చేయండి. మీరు కనుక ఒక 5 hours సీరియస్ గా కూర్చుంటే, యాక్చువల్గా ఇది 1 hour లో చేయాలి. ఎందుకంటే మీకు 1.5 hour లో 1 hour 45 minutes లో 105 minutes లో 45 క్వశ్చన్స్ చేస్తున్నారు. 105 minutes అంటే మీకు అప్రాక్సిమేట్ గా ఎంత, 2.5 minutes పర్ క్వశ్చన్. నాకు క్యాలిక్యులస్ లో ప్లీజ్ క్లోజ్ ద డోర్ అమ్మా, బాయ్, క్లోజ్ ద డోర్, వెరీ గుడ్. క్యాలిక్యులస్ లో నాకు ఒక్క క్వశ్చన్ కి 2.5 minutes టైం ఉందన్నమాట. అంటే నేను మీకు ఇక్కడ అప్రాక్సిమేట్ గా 50 క్వశ్చన్స్ ఇచ్చా, అంటే నాకు 120 minutes 2 hours లో చేయాలి. కానీ మీకు కొత్త కాబట్టి ఇప్పుడు టైం పెట్టుకోవద్దు. స్లోగా నేను మీకు ఎలా చేయిస్తానంటే టైం పెట్టుకుని చేయిస్తాను. ఎగ్జాక్ట్ గా ఏపీ ఎలా కావాలో చేయిస్తాను మీకు నేను. సో ప్రస్తుతానికి టైం అసలు వదిలిపెట్టే, టైం ఎవరికి తర్వాత, ముందు కాన్సెప్ట్ ఉండాలి, తర్వాత టైం ఎవరికైనా వస్తుంది. మీరు 5 to 6 hours కనుక సిన్సియర్ గా కూర్చుని ఆలోచించండి, సొల్యూషన్ కోసం ఎదుగుని సొల్యూషన్ కాపీ కొట్టుకున్నారా మనం చెత్త అయిపోతాం. ఆలోచించండి. ఓహో LX మైనస్ 2 ఇచ్చాడు, అప్పుడు X ఎలా కనుక్కోవాలన్నాడు. log A మైనస్ log B ఫార్ములా, log A బై B చేస్తే ఏదో వస్తుంది. ప్రతిదానికి మీకు ఆన్సర్ వస్తుంది. మీ బుర్ర ఉపయోగించి చేయండి, మీరు ఎంజాయ్ చేస్తారు. నెక్స్ట్ నేను ప్రీ క్యాలిక్యులస్ నేను చెప్పను, అది మనకు బేసిక్స్ వచ్చి ఉండాలి. నేను స్టక్ అయిపోతే నేను చెబుతాను. త్రూ ద ప్రాసెస్ మీరు నేర్చుకుంటారు. ప్రీ క్యాలిక్యులస్ అనేది సపరేట్ ఎగ్జామ్ వస్తుంది, అది అసలు అవసరం కూడా లేదు. బేసిక్స్ ఉంటాయిలే, మరీ అంత బేసిక్ లేకుండా ఉండదు. ఈ లిమిట్స్ దగ్గర మాక్సిమం స్టక్ అయిపోతారు, కానీ వరీ కావద్దు. కానీ ప్రతి క్వశ్చన్కి నేను ట్రిక్ చెబుతాను, హ్యాపీగా మనం చేద్దాం. సో అగైన్ I'll see you on Saturday at 5:30. వచ్చే లోపల ఈ పేజెస్ లో ఉన్న 50 క్వశ్చన్స్ అన్ని నీట్ గా ఒక సపరేట్ బుక్ పెట్టండి. క్లాస్ నోట్స్ సపరేట్ బుక్ పెట్టండి. నోట్స్ లో నేను చెప్పిన పాయింట్స్ అని మీరు రాసుకోవాలి. నోట్స్ పంపండి, ఎందుకంటే నా నోట్స్ లో మీకు మొత్తం ఏమి ఉండదు, ఎంత కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అయిపోతారు. చెప్పిందే ఉండాలి. ఫిజిక్స్ కెమిస్ట్రీ సార్లు వాళ్ళు నీట్ గా రాస్తారు. నేను ఆ విధంగా రాస్తే మీకు వర్కౌట్ కాదు, ఎందుకంటే మ్యాథ్స్ అది కాదనమాట, ఏదో ఫార్ములాలు గుర్తు పెట్టుకోవడం కాదు. సో నోట్స్ మీరు 2 నోట్స్లు పెట్టుకోవాలి. క్లాస్ నోట్స్ ఒకటి, హోంవర్క్ నోట్స్ ఒకటి. హోంవర్క్ క్లియర్ గా సాల్వ్ చేయండి. 10 days ముందు మళ్ళీ ప్రతి క్వశ్చన్ ఈ బుక్ కనుక మీరు పర్ఫెక్ట్ గా చేస్తే ఇది మీకు దేవుడితో సమానం. మీకు తప్పకుండా 5 out of 5 గ్యారంటీ. ఆ 800-900 మంది ఎవరికైతే వచ్చినాయో అది ప్రతి కూడా సాల్వ్ చేశాడు, మొత్తం A to Z సాల్వ్ చేశాడు. ఓకే, సో ఆల్ ద బెస్ట్. ఐ సీ నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్. ఇవాళ కొంచెం ఎక్కువ చేసిన, ఆల్మోస్ట్ 2 hours అయిపోయింది, నో ప్రాబ్లం. కొంచెం మంచిగా డిస్టర్బెన్స్ వచ్చింది. సో నెక్స్ట్ టైం నుంచి ఎవ్రీథింగ్ విల్ బి పర్ఫెక్ట్. క్లోజ్ ద డోర్ నానా, క్లోజ్ ద డోర్. సో నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్ నుంచి నేను 5:30, 5 to 6 we'll have class. If at all I'm delayed for 5 to 10 minutes, don't worry, we'll have class. Okay, pakka we'll have class. Right. Some children came here, some neighbors, and they are playing in my office. Okay, I'll see you in the next class. Take care. Bye. Bye. I'll send you this to your email ID. If possible, I'll send you in the group. If it is, I think it is useful. If it don't come, I'll send it to your email IDs, personal email IDs. Please send me your personal emails. Thank you. Bye.